Alright guys, so this video we are going to be working on the engine bay because I need to get this thing done. I'm also really sick of working on this thing, just metal work. It's fun, but it's getting really annoying. It's fine though, it'll be worth it. So, last left off on the engine bay, we were welding up the frame rail plates I made. So I got welding wire, I got the welder all set up, so we should be good. So that'll be super sick to get that knocked out. And then we are going to be removing this panel completely. I don't know if I explained it in the last video or not. The reason I'm removing it is because, so there, you can see some rust starting up through the seam in here. And then you can see it on the back side right here. And then we have this here. So it's a little bit of rust. Taking out that panel I can eliminate it all. We're gonna get to doing that. So yeah. Alright, let's get at it. Alright guys, so we got the frame rail all finally fully welded in. Looks pretty alright. I gotta grind down the welds just so the Raptor liner, when I lay that down in the wheel well, it's not super like bulging out or anything. Not too picky about it because you're never gonna see the wheel well, but yeah, so got that all done. Super good. So now we're gonna continue drilling out all the spot welds for this tub here so we can remove this out of the car. That's gonna be fun. One way to put it. It's gonna be interesting. So let me let's get back at that and get that knocked out. So, all right, guys. So we finally got the tub out. Let me show you. So here's the tub. Yeah, it's pretty glad I took this out because there's obviously it got pretty mangled just from breaking the spot welds, but it's fixable. It's okay. But now we can see, have a better look of all the rust that's going on in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna wire wheel it. I'm gonna take this abrasive wheel and that will bring it down to bare metal and not throw wires everywhere. Abrasive wheels are actually really nice to use. But yeah, so we're gonna clean it up as much as we can. Yeah, and I'm not sure what I'm quite do about that corner because that corner got pretty mangled up, but that is all rusted as well, so I might have to make a new patch piece. And then I'm gonna have to bend this down and keep chasing the rust back, see how far it goes, because I don't have to do this again. It's not that great. Just spot welds are not fun to break. So yeah, guess let's get back at it and I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so we got the panel out. You can see it's out of there, got it cleaned up for the most part. Got a little bit down the corner yet to go through. I am out of welding gas, unfortunately, so that sucks. And of course, it's the day after Christmas, and everywhere's so close. So hopefully tomorrow I can pick up some welding gas so I can figure that out. Right now, I am currently pulling both doors off because there's a bunch of rust up in here, and it just looks terrible. I may as well knock it out while I'm doing all this because I'm going to end up Raptor lining the wheel well, and I'm going to probably do here and then this face of the frame rail, whatever you want to call that, part of the course. Yeah, this thing. So, I'm going to get the doors off and I'll get back to you guys. Doors off, now for the other one. Alright guys, so we got the doors off. Looks like a Jeep right now. Well, okay then. So we got the doors off, I need to start sanding now because you can see there's a little bit of surface rust up in there. It should come out pretty clean. And then, yeah, on both sides, there's just that spot. So once I clean that up, therefore, the Raptor liner should be in Friday. So I just gotta pick up a compressor and then I'll be able to spray that. It's messy stuff, but it's good stuff. So it'll last a long, long time. So, what else? What else? There's gotta be something else. There's always something else. So pick up welding gas tomorrow. Hopefully the store is open. They should be. I really hope they are. So I can weld up that panel back there. And I got a little bit left to clean up on it. Mainly, I gotta chase it back, the rust back up in here. It shouldn't be that bad, but there's just a little bit that I just, while I'm in there, I'm gonna do the right thing. Do it the right way, so I don't ever have to worry about it again. I got a bunch of parts coming in during this week, so we can go through those. I gotta clean this window trim up, or the cowl trim, paint that. There's a lot of little things. My goal is within the next 3 weeks to have the car ready, get on the trailer, and up to paint. So I got a little bit of work left, just a little bit, until I can do that. But it's gonna be worth it. Another thing, I want to take steering shaft off and paint that as well because it's oversprayed with spray paint. I got a little bit of welding and shaving to do on my patch panels, and so that one, got a little bit left on this one. This one's getting really close. I got some serious shaving to do on that one. Then I guys kind of go over the bay a little bit, just make sure it's all smooth, it's cleaned up, so when I lay down the primer, it should be good. So those are kind of the main little things kind of going on. So yeah. So let me get the sanding and I'll get back with you guys. Alright guys, so we got the door jambs, if you want to call it. We got that all cleaned up. It's looking pretty good now. It's a day and night difference. I gotta weld this bracket up. It's starting to come off for the fender. It's one of the mounts. So we got those all cleaned up, both sides. They came out good. So I am still out of welding gas. Hopefully they're open tomorrow because today is the day after Christmas. So hopefully they're open so we can knock that out. Tonight's project, since I have time and I don't really have anything else better to do, I'm going to, so this thing is beat the hell. Where all the tape is, it's been cracked, and this was just a very dumb young Sid fix. This doesn't look good, so I'm going to be sealing these up. Not sure yet what I'm going to use, but I guarantee I got something better than that. This is my wiper cowl trim. So as you see, it's seen its days. So we're gonna sand that down, get that cleaned up. I gotta pull my calipers off of the subframe, put those somewhere safe, cause it's a little dirty right now, but I put a lot of work into these, so I really don't want them to get messed up, especially for when I put the subframe back in the car so I can roll it up on the trailer and get it off the paint. We'll talk about that later. Super hyped on it. I'm also going to pull steering shaft off because it's got like a bunch of overspray. It just looks terrible. So I'm gonna pull that off and repaint that. And there's probably some other little things I'll find along the way, but yeah, that's kind of tonight's project. So I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so we just picked up welding gas finally, so we now can get the engine bay done, all welded up, and looking good. So Caleb said he might have my parts done today, so let's hope he does, but if he doesn't, not a big deal. Those parts aren't in a rush, but he sent me some pictures and they're coming out really good, so I'm super excited. We might go look at some paint supplies today, kind of pick our color out. Can't quite show you guys yet, but I'm super excited. So let me get this welding gas back home and kind of just get to work. So all right guys, so we went back to the welding gas. You can see, so it's super good. Now we can make a lot of progress on the 240. So but right now, last night I went ahead and sanded down, got all peeling up vinyl, or it's like a melted plastic they almost coat this in, but it was peeling up and it just looked horrible, super sun faded. So I ended up wire wheeling that all off. We got cleaned up. I just need to wipe it down with some acetone or lacquer thinner, and then we're gonna go ahead and try this stuff out. I don't know how well this stuff works, but it's got to be better than what it was before. So let me get warmed up in here a little bit before I start spraying, and see how it goes. Alright guys, so I laid down a couple coats. This is the first coat on this half. I painted the other half already. It's coming out actually not as bad as I thought it would. I might hit some like 2000 grit sandpaper, kind of smooth it down. It's a little orange peely, just a little bit. But so that might clean it up a bit. But it's coming out a lot better than I thought it would, so that's good. Meanwhile, while I was drying, I started welding up the engine bay a little bit, trying to fill in some of this, so when I sand it down or grind it down, it'll come out smooth. I'm trying to not use as much body filler as I can. But yeah, so yeah, around this plate, up in here too, and then weld up a couple of holes that I forgot about. And so yeah, that's kind of just what's going on. Next, I'm gonna start grinding here in a minute, and then I gotta figure out these crumple zones. I'm guessing they're crumple zones, I'm really not sure. So my goal on these are for this one, I'm probably just gonna cut out a new plate, or cut this out and make a plate for that, save me a lot of time. On this one, however, it would be harder for me to make a plate. So what I'm gonna do is, like I have this one already cut, I'm gonna hammer this piece of metal, this little lip here, flat. I'll cut this back a little bit further, and so it will lay flat on each 4 of these zones. So that's my plan, and keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so we try to think where I left off. I think it was getting the panel back in. So I got mocked up, got tack welded in, I just got welded back in. Last night I went ahead and I power washed the subframe, got pretty cleaned up for the most part. Got the it's like a brand new subframe pretty much right now. It's not dirty anymore. I got the worst of it off, and I wasn't trying to be perfect on it, but I got it all cleaned up. And then obviously right now actually went ahead and it's almost done, but I plastic JB welded up the cracks in the vent tube, so now at least the passenger, whoever, will get heat. So I got, like I said, I gotta cut out a piece of plastic for that and just kind of clean up some more. So I gotta finish that up. But my primer finally came in, so now I can go ahead and mask off the doors over the bay, probably underneath the bay,
get that all ready for primer so I can shoot that tonight. And my Raptor liner, I don't know when it's supposed to be coming in. I think Friday, but we'll see. So let's get to that. Oh my god.
Send it back.
Send it back to the vine. Oh my fucking god. Alright guys, so we just painted up the oh god, not me to touch that. Catch can bracket. And then I picked up some VHE Wrinkle Black. So now we can shoot the brake booster. Had a lot of parts come in. So we got all my Raptor liner stuff, got my catch can stuff. Not sure if that line's gonna be enough. Looks a little dinky, but it should work just fine. Got our body filler, some other stuff. I got that panel actually welded back in finally. So you see, not prettiest, but I gotta shave down those welds. Then I can prime both inner tubs, get that all done, then Raptor line them, should look pretty good. Got the heat warping out of this panel, got that cleaned up, so now it's not a pop can anymore. And yeah, so I'm gonna shoot this paint and I will let you guys know. Alright guys, so trying to think where I left off. Alright, so we got our brake booster drying. I hit it with Wrinkle Black. It's coming out alright, not quite how I liked it to be, but might be able to mess with it a little bit later. Last night I decided to remake my block off plates, hit them with Wrinkle Black, then primer on the inside so it doesn't rust. So idle air control, and then part of the other, I can't remember what sensor that's for, but it's on the intake. So it would go, well, right here, and then idle air control valve. So not using any of that. So yeah, right now I am actually, my Raptor liner came in and stuff, all my catch can stuff. I picked up some body filler for the bay, so we can get that knocked out. Right now I am punching these PCB ports out because they're no longer needed. So I'll be capping them off because I'm running a catch can. So thankfully Nissan just made these so they're pressing. So I just took a center punch and just popped them all out. So now I can go in with my 1/8 tap and tap it, and then I picked up some plugs so I can put Teflon tape on there and seal them up. So therefore we aren't using the stock PCB anymore because we have a catch can. So yeah, that's kind of going on. Obviously you can see I got my stuff back from sandblasting. I'll have to paint this later, see how that comes out. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so we got the PCB all tapped off, came out alright. Put a little bit of blue Loctite on there, just hold them in there and seal them shut. So this should be good. I gotta clean off the surface so I can mount it back onto the block, or the head. I gotta paint it though still, so gotta wait on that. The sandblasting actually came out pretty good. It wasn't quite what I really, didn't come out as good as I thought it would, but I think the paint should really clean it up and it'll hide all these smooth edges. So it should be cool. What else was there? Oh, so the valve cover came out really good from sandblasting. Caleb killed it on those and the wiper arms. I tapped it for the AN bung, so now I can run my catch can to this. I might try to find a different fitting because this thing is, I wish it really kind of tucked closer, but if I don't find one, I'm not too worried. It'll work for now. So got that all good. The wiper arms are over here by my mess of stuff. Caleb killed it. Thank you. Shout out to him. I'll plug his information in the description if you guys are in the Nebraska or Iowa area. Hit him up. does a good job. So thanks, Caleb. But we got the calipers off the subframe so I don't get messed up. What else? I think that's really about it right now. I've been playing around with the brake booster with the wrinkle black on there, trying to get that to clean up. It's gonna take some effort. I didn't read the directions fully and I messed up. So you live and you learn. So play around with that. Right now I'm going to bolt on my block off plates as we talked about earlier. So silicone those up, get them sealed up on the intake, and kind of just prep the intake for paint. So that's kind of what's going on right now. So I'll get back to you guys when I get that all set up. Alright guys, so last left off we were kind of piecing together all the sandblasted stuff and whatnot. So I actually jumped ahead, went ahead, painted it, wiper arms, came out amazing, looks sick, should hold up a hell of a lot better than what they used to be. And then we got the intake all put back together. I got to take the air compressor, blow it out. But the Lumen Blast came out really nice. I got my block off plates up on there, whatnot. So super sick. Motor's just chilling right now. Trying to think what else. There's some other stuff. So might be about it right now. But so right now I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the welds on the panel back there, and then finishing this and filling it back in, and then grind that smooth. Then we should be good to primer the wheel wells, and then Raptor line those. And then I can throw the subframe back in and start body fill on the bay, cleaning all that up, getting smooth, looking good. Then it'll be ready for paint. So those are the steps I need to do, and so I'm gonna get to. So after I go ahead and do that, I might need to touch up around here just a little bit, get a little bit smoother so I don't have to use this much body filler. But I'm gonna leave that all for the next video. So where I'll be Raptor lining the wheel wells and cleaning it all up and getting prepped and ready for paint. So I really appreciate you guys watching. It means a lot to me. The love and support over these videos has been super awesome. And yeah. Well, I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.